Hey, Shalom Akim, Shalom. Let's start off as always by giving all praises, honor, and glorification to our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and Shalom to the elect. This is the brothers Akar from the Great Millstone Montreal branch. Alright, and we're going to start off in the book of Revelation, the 6th chapter and the 8th verse. It reads, "And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth." All right. So the Lord is getting ready to unleash the spirit of death and the hellacious spirit upon the planet. Okay. Well, mainly in America. Okay. Because when it says the fourth part of the earth, is referring to America. Okay. All right. And, you know, there's going to be death by way of sword, okay, by way of hunger, by way of death, okay, and the beasts, okay, all right, and these are spirits that the Lord has created for vengeance. Okay, let's start off. Let's go rather into the book of Sirach 39 and verse 28. It says, "There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes." Okay, all right, so there are spirits, all right, spirits that the Lord has created for the time of vengeance, okay, and that's the time that's approaching, okay, namely the time of Jacob's trouble. It says, "In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them." All right, so the Yahweh Hashem has created them to bring forth judgment, okay, to bring forth death, okay, to bring forth hell, okay, all right, and they're not going to deter from their mission, okay, because it says that they will appease the wrath of him that made them, okay. All right, so let's go into some of these plagues that the Lord has reserved, okay. So it says, back to in fact, let's read on. It says, "Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction." Okay. All right. So that reaffirms, Revelation 6, okay, and 8. All right. The Lord is going to use wild beasts. Okay. He's going to use the sword. Okay. He's going to use famine. Okay. And it's also in Revelation mentions pestilence. Okay, verse 31, "They shall rejoice in his commandment." Okay, the commandment of the Father of spirits, which is Yahweh. Okay, "They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word." Okay, meaning they're going to accomplish their mission. Okay, their goal. Okay, all right. All right, so whatever the Lord says, is going to come to pass. Okay. Let's go in the book of Sirach 18. All right, so that time of judgment is fastly approaching. This is Sirach 18 and verse 24. It says, "Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end." Okay. And the end represents the downfall of Esau, Edom, and this is what we're witnessing right now. Okay, and the Edomites is the true biblical nationality of the so-called white people, and they're currently in rulership. All right, but their rulership is getting ready to come to an end. Okay, but before it vanishes, okay, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua has to bring forth plague. He has to judge these Edomites, okay, and mainly America, which is the hub of wickedness, which is really the throne of these Edomites, okay. As it says, it's Babylon is the glory of the Chaldeans. All right, it says, "Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, and the time of vengeance, when he shall turn away his face. Okay. All right. And the scripture says that the Lord's eyes are too pure to behold evil. All right. So the Lord is going to bring complete darkness upon this place, man. Okay. Mainly in America. Okay. For the fourth part of the earth is America. All right. All right. So there's going to be, complete judgment, the spirit of death and the spirit of hell. Okay. That's going to take hold upon America. Okay. All right. And this is that time of vengeance. Okay. And it has to come before, these plagues have to come before the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai. Okay. Let's go back to our Revelation 6 and 8. Okay. To the point that says, and power is given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword. Now, what is the sword of the Lord? Okay. The sword of the Lord is these Edomites. Okay. This is Psalms 17 and verse 13. It says here, arise, O Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. And the wicked is these Edomites, pursuant to the book of Malachi 1 and 4. It says that they are the border of wickedness. Okay. So he is the wicked. Okay. Second Thessalonians, the second chapter says, and then that wicked shall be revealed. Okay. The wicked shall be revealed, referring to the time that we're in, where these Edomites are being revealed for who they are. Okay, their deeds, testify that who they are, that they are the wicked. Okay, they're being revealed by the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai's mouth. Okay, so he is the sword. Okay, he is the sword. Okay, the prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai are declaring by the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai that he is the sword. Okay. All right, and he's going to come with great wrath, man. Okay, this is Revelation 12. In verse 12, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, okay, which is the wicked, which is the so-called white people, okay, these Edomites, okay, the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. Okay, starting with these banking elites, okay, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay, he knows that his empire is at an end. Okay, so therefore he's going to put his sword to use. Okay, all right, so there's going to be mass death, man. All right. Different forms of weaponry that he has, he's going to use them. Okay, remember that he has a plan of population control. Okay, to reduce the population. Okay, and when you look into the Georgia Guidestone, they said that they wanted to bring the population down to 500 million, if I'm correct. Well, let's look into it. There's Georgia Guidestone. Let's look into the first, which this was destroyed, I believe, a couple years ago. Okay. Right after a lot of people took the took the serpent juice. All right. So, I just want to read one of their so-called commandments, inscriptions. There you go. Okay. All right. So it says the inscription read, maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Okay, so Esau, he has a complex of God. All right, he thinks that he can control life. Okay, but all he can do is bring forth death. All right, so he's the sword of the Most High. Okay, what do you do with a sword? You kill, you divide. Okay, and that's what Esau even does. All right, so he has a plan of bringing mass death. Okay, let's go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 20, and verse excuse me, Ezekiel 21 and verse 8. Again, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? Okay. All right. So that sword is getting sharpened. Okay. To bring forth a great slaughter. Okay. It's being ready. Okay. It's being made ready. Okay. We see how Esau is, all these robots. You got the Tesla robot. You got these dog robots. He has a certain level of technology was given unto him by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua on the left hand side. Okay, and what is he going to do with it? And will bring forth death. Okay, bring forth persecution. It says, should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. And he hath given it to be furbished that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. Okay, which is the wicked, which is these Edomites. Okay. Okay. Verse 12, cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people, it shall be upon all the princes of Israel. All right. So who do the elites have as their target? Okay, mainly you Israelites. Okay, the Israelites. Okay, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American. Okay, that's who he's getting ready to slaughter. Okay, and that's the judgment of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Remember, he's the sword of the Most High. Okay. All right. It says power was given unto the spirit of death and hell, to kill with sword. Okay, who gives power? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay. It says, terror by reason of the sword shall be upon my people, smite therefore upon thy thigh. Okay. All right, and that judgment is gonna come upon, the Israelites, but specifically 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Okay. Because the elect are going to be delivered from these plagues. Okay. All right. And the last plague is the nuclear missiles. Okay, which is also called the sword. Okay, when you go into the book of Isaiah 34, it says the sword of the Lord shall be bathed in heaven. Okay, all right. But the elect are gonna be they're gonna be delivered from the last plague. Right. So let's go to the second plague that the Lord is gonna bring. Okay. Over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword. All right. Oh, another precept that came to mind is, these Babylonians, they're gonna kill each other too. Okay. All right. So that's another sword. Okay. Remember, these are spirits created for vengeance. Spirits are gonna activate these people to kill each other, man. Okay. That's pursuant to the book of Isaiah 19 and verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Now, who's the Egyptians? Is referring to the modern Egyptians, okay, which is these so-called Americans. Okay, all right, because you go into the book of Revelation 11 and 8, it says that Babylon, that great city, okay, is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Okay, it says, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom, right? So, so you common people, they're going to kill each other. And there's also going to be race wars, okay? Race wars, status wars, you could say, okay? Or class wars would be a better term. Okay. All right. So it says city against city and kingdom against kingdom. Okay. All right. All right. So there's going to be a lot of death, man. Okay. By way of the sword, a lot of these Egyptians, they have a license to carry. They're allowed to carry. Certain states are they permit, that you could carry a gun. I know that it's stricter in New York, okay, but we seen the videos and the news. People still possess firearms in New York, okay. You know, so yeah, so a lot of people are gonna kill each other by way of the sword, man, by way of the pistol, different weapons that they possess. Okay, so let's go to the book of Matthew 24. Verse 12, it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay, because of the iniquity, okay, is going to abound, right? So things are bad. Things are only going to get worse, man. Okay, things are only going to get worse. Okay, which is going to force people to commit more iniquity and to be cold towards one another. Okay, right? The love of many shall wax cold. They're not going to have any mercy for the next man. Okay, and it's the second Ezra tells you that, man. Okay, let's go to that in the book of Second Ezra, 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Okay, all right. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. So they're not going to have any regard for, your local sheriff, or, your senators, your mayors, your governors. Okay, they're not going to regard their kings nor princes. It's going to be every man for themselves, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. There you go. And men shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Right, so going to be cities are going to be blocked off. There's going to be blockades. you know martial law is going to be in place. Okay, you know we know Esau has plans of creating smart cities, 15-minute cities. Okay, so access to different parts of the city, or even from city to city, is going to be they're not going to be able to do that. Verse 18, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. And man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. It says man shall be afraid. You see that? All right. So that spirit of death and hell, man, okay, is gonna terrify man. Okay, because the Lord knows how to terrify a man. Okay, how to bring forth his worst fears upon him. Okay. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy the houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right, so there's going to be a lack of bread, okay, which is also called a famine. Okay, all right, so let's go into that. Okay, because that's another form, another way that that death is going to come by way of famine. Let's go into the book of Ezekiel chapter 5, in verse I'll start at verse 9. And I will do in thee that which I have not done, and whereunto I will not do any more the like, because of all thine abomination. Right? That's the time of Jacob's trouble, man. The Lord's going to do like he's never done before. I will not do any more the like. I will do in thee, and I will do in thee that which I have not done. Okay? And whereunto I will not do any more the like, because of all thine abominations. Right? So that's the final judgment. Therefore, the father shall eat the sons in the midst of thee, right? That's cannibalism, okay? Because of the famine, the lack of bread. And the sons shall eat their fathers, and I will execute judgments in thee, and the whole remnant of thee will I scatter into all the winds, okay? All right? So this is about to happen, man, okay? What happened before, it's going to happen again, okay? There's been cannibalism before, okay? When you read the book of Kings, okay? Well, famine is coming back, cannibalism is coming back, man. Okay, And mainly, once again, it says the fourth part of the earth, man. So mainly in America, all these plagues are gonna just come. Okay, it's gonna be an amalgamation of plagues, man. Okay, judgment. Verse 16: When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you. Okay, they will send these spirits. Okay, of vengeance. Okay, it was, and I was with a goal. It says here, in which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. Okay, so will I send upon you famine and evil beasts, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I, Yahweh Bashmi shall have spoken here. Right? So the Lord reiterates, the judgments, the heavy judgments that he's getting ready to bring, man. Those four sword judgments. Okay, let's go more into let's go more into the famine. This is Isaiah 9. Verse 19: Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother, and he shall snatch on the right hand, and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied. Okay, all right. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm. Okay, even what they eat, they're not going to be satisfied, man. Okay, so it's going to be a heavy famine, man. Okay, that the Lord's going to bring. Okay, this is Lamentations 4:9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. Right, so famine is an evil punishment, man. Yeah, it's cruel. Okay, all right, but it is justified. Okay, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger, for these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. All right, so they're gonna die slow of hunger, man. Okay, okay. Verse 10: The hands of the pitiful women have slaughtered their own children. All right, so the women are gonna eat their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. Right, so that's a heavy judgment that's gonna come upon our people that are, in America. Okay. Now there's gonna be famines in different places, but once again, right now, we're focusing on the fourth part of the earth. Okay. All right. Yeah, the Lord is going to greatly judge America. Okay. With the elect, they're going to be fed. Okay. That's the book of Isaiah, the 11th chapter. Wait. Let's make sure that's what it is. Is it 11 or is it 65? No, I'm wrong. Salakia. I believe it's Isaiah 65 and 11. Yeah, Isaiah 65 and 11. We'll start at actually 13. It says, Therefore thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, right? And that's the prophets, starting with the prophets, the 144,000, and the elect as well. Okay, the great multitude. Okay. All right. Those that have faith in Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai. It says, My servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Okay. All right. So, it's going to be famine, cannibalism. Okay, all these because of judgment. Okay, all right, all right, because of the iniquity of the people, man. Okay, those that despise Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai. Let's go back to Revelation 6. Okay, to kill with sword and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. Okay, there's another heavy judgment that the Lord is going to bring is the pestilence. Okay, those diseases, man. Okay, because the Lord said that He's going to bring back the plagues of Egypt. Okay, when we go into Second Ezra, one of the plagues was pestilence, man. Second Ezra 15 in verse 11. But I will start at verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Okay, the modern day Egypt is America. All right, and the Lord is going to defend and protect His elect. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. Okay, so this is speaking of the new Egypt, America. And I will destroy all the land thereof. And one of the plagues that He brought upon Egypt was pestilence, disease. Okay, let's go into the book of Exodus 9 and start at verse 1. Then the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, Go in unto Pharaoh and tell him, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, power of the Hebrews, let my people go that they may serve me. For if thou refuse to let them go and will hold them still, behold, the hand of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is upon thy cattle, which is in the field, upon the horses, upon the asses, upon the camels, upon the oxen, and upon the sheep. There shall be a very grievous murrain. Let's go to the NLT. Verse 3 says, the hand of the Lord will strike all your livestock, your horses, donkeys, camels, cattle, sheep, and goats with a deadly plague. Okay. Let's read on. It says the Lord, in the KJV, it says, the Lord shall sever between the cattle of Israel and the cattle of Egypt, and there shall nothing die of all that is the children of Israel. And the Lord appointed a set time, saying, tomorrow Yahweh shall do this thing in the land. Okay. And the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai did that thing on the morrow, and all the cattle of Egypt died, but of the cattle of the children of Israel died not one. And Pharaoh sent, and behold, there was not one of the cattle of the Israelites dead, and the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not let the people go. The plague of boils, okay, it says, and Yahweh said unto Moses and unto Aaron, take to you handfuls of ashes of the furnace, and let Moses sprinkle it toward the heaven in the sight of Pharaoh, and it shall become small dust in all the land of Egypt, and shall be a boil breaking forth with blains upon men and upon beasts throughout all the land of Egypt. Let's read that in NLT. The ashes will spread like fine dust over the whole land of Egypt, causing festering boils to break out on people and animals throughout the land. Okay. Back to NLT, back to KJV. And they took ashes of the furnace and stood before Pharaoh, and Moses sprinkled it up toward heaven, and it became a boil breaking forth with blains upon men and upon beasts. And the magicians could not stand before Moses because of the boils. Okay. For the boil was upon the magicians and upon all the Egyptians. Upon the magicians and upon all the Egyptians, right? So even those that thought they had the power to relieve people from the plagues, those sorcerers, they thought that they had power on the left hand side. They couldn't do none against the hand of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay. Let's see if we can find a picture of boils. So we was getting ready to bring those type of plagues again. Okay, images. Okay. It kind of looks like an ulcer. You know? So shit, man. It's horrible, man. Okay? This is horrible. This is a horrible plague, man. Okay? Our Lord's getting ready to bring pestilence, man. Okay? All types of viruses are getting ready to be unleashed. Okay? Let's get how Hashem Yahushai behind it, man. Shall there be evil in the seed and the Lord has not done it? Okay, as it says in Amos, the 3rd chapter. Okay. You know, the Lord also said that he's going to use the beasts of the field. Okay. Let's go into that. You know, we know that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai also plans to release Leviathan, man. So, you know, it's gonna be terrifying, man. Okay. A time unlike any other time. Okay. Newly created, yep. This is Wisdom of Solomon 11 and verse 17. For thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form, wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions. All right. You know, the Lord has already killed people by way of bears. Those that were mocking Elisha, you know, calling him a bald head. You know, the Lord sent 2 she bears upon, I believe it was 42 youngins, you know, fierce lions. Okay, the Lord sent lions upon the heathen that were that the Assyrians put in our land after they brought the kingdom of Israel in captivity. You know, the lions that ate the men, the Babylonians in in the lion's den after he protected his faithful servant Daniel. Okay, so that proves that the animals are controlled by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, all right. It says, or unknown wild beasts. Okay, beasts that we haven't seen, full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor or a filthy sense of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparkles out of their eyes. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is what the Lord's getting ready to unleash, man. Whereof not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroy them. Okay. All right. So that's why our Lord Yahushua said this, Matthew 24 and verse 21. It says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Okay. All right. So the Lord's going to bring heavy plagues, man. You know, mainly in the 4th part of the earth, which is America. Okay. All right. So, you know, I just wanted to touch on that. We're willing this was edifying. We're going to end off by giving all praise, honor, and glorification to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. It belongs to the apostles, bishops, and others of Great Millstone who rule well, and shalom to the elect.